G'day kids and grown-ups. If you are loving watching and learning with Ozzie, it would be amazing if you could please do me a really big favour and just tell anybody else that you think might enjoy it too. In the meantime, enjoy this brand new episode, and as always, stay keen.
Ozzie, 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 oi! Ozzie is a friend of yours and he's a friend of mine.
G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie.
G'day kids, Ozzie here. We've got a great episode today and I'm really excited because we're going to learn about a really special day called Remembrance Day. Can you say that? Remembrance Day. That's right, some of you may have heard of it before, and it's a very special day all around the world where we stop and remember the end of World War I. So as I said, Remembrance Day is a very important day because it's a day to remember those who fought in World War I. At 11 AM on the 11th of November 1918, a long time ago, the war finally ended with what's called a truce, which is like an agreement to stop fighting between all the countries. And another word for a truce is armistice, and that's why Remembrance Day was originally called Armistice Day. However, in 1997, here in Australia, this special day was renamed Remembrance Day to commemorate those who have served in all wars and conflicts. And it's also known as Veterans Day in America. At 11 AM on the 11th day of the 11th month, countries all around the world observe 1 minute silence to remember those who have served for their country during war. It's a time to stop what you're doing and pause in silence for those who were injured or killed at war. Before the minute's silence, a tune called The Last Post is played on the bugle. And then after the minute's silence, a tune is also played on the bugle called Reveille. And the bugle is a musical instrument a lot like a trumpet, and it has such an amazing sound. In many countries, including Australia, many people wear a poppy flower to help show their respects for the soldiers. And a poppy flower was chosen as a symbol because they often grew in battlefields after the soldiers had stopped fighting. In Australia, you'll also see the Australian flag flown at half-mast, which means only halfway up the flagpole. And this is also done to honour and remember the fallen soldiers. It's also really important to remember that it wasn't just men who went to war. Women also volunteered for many different positions, so we're remembering both men and women who served, and we pay our respects to the role they played in keeping our country safe. We also have another very special day in Australia and New Zealand where we pay our respects to the soldiers who have served for our countries, and that's called Anzac Day. But we're going to learn more about that in April when it comes around. What we are going to learn more about today is Anzac biscuits. The Anzac biscuit is a really yummy sweet biscuit, and they were often sent to soldiers at war because the ingredients kept really well during the time it took to send over to them, which means they'd still taste really good by the time the soldiers finally got to eat them. Until next time, kids, stay keen. Hey kids, did you have lots of fun today watching Ozzie? I hope so. Did you know that we've got a heap of Ozzie episodes on our YouTube channel? If you haven't already, go back and have a scroll through. I reckon you'll find some others that you absolutely love. And while you're there, why don't you hit subscribe? That way you won't miss out on any of our new videos that we bring out. We'll see you again soon, kids. Until then, stay keen. Oh, and by the way, did you happen to find the hidden Ozzie icon in that video? Yeah, make sure you look closely because they're in every single video. That's right. Stay keen, kids.
Ozzie, 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 oi! Ozzie is a friend of yours and he's a friend of